going on, everybody? Gotta make sure the live chat is working. I have to probably jump out, jump back in. All right, there you go. Say hello, Steve. What's going on? Just had to make sure the live was working. Make sure the live chat was working. Make sure the live chat was up and running. All right, so I'm good. All right. So if y'all got a question, go ahead and capitalize your question. We got y'all. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk about one of the biggest, a lot of biggest problems that a lot of young men have as approaching women. Why is it hard to approach a woman, and why are a lot of young men having problems talking to women? That's what we'll talk about and discuss today. So if y'all guys have a question, go ahead and cap your question if you have one. And we're going to talk about the dynamics of what's going on with a lot of young men today. When he talks about going up to a woman and actually just talking to her. A lot of young guys are struggling today because they don't understand the dynamics of their identity. And because they don't know their identity, they don't know who they are, they don't know how to present themselves in front of a woman. So what we want y'all guys to do is cap your question if you're talking. And if you have one question, cap it, yell at me, and I'll be happy to answer it. This guy says, when is the time to introduce woman's wants, needs, and not make it as a compromise? Sir, I don't think you understand. A woman is allowed to have a want or a need. I don't understand. What do you mean introduce wants and needs? I don't understand what you mean by that. When is the time? You got to explain yourself a little more because you're all over the place. You said a woman's wants and needs. I think you got to rewrite that, sir. I don't understand what you're saying. This person says, Steve, she says we might can work something out. All right, guys, I gotta learn how to speak proper English. What do you mean she says we might can work something out? I can't read your mind. What does that even mean, sir? And the fact that she's saying that, I would just charge. All right, guys, I don't think you guys understand why women don't want to talk to you guys. Because you guys don't believe in yourself enough to be able to. As a man, I'm not a might person. I don't understand why you would allow a woman to form the word might to you. That doesn't make any sense. So the fact that a woman says might to you is telling you she doesn't like you, man. And the worst part about it is because you don't know who you are, you're going to accept those crumbs she's giving you, man. We don't move that way as men. Let me get this question right here. Sir, it's not your problem. I don't want you to say my problem. I want you to say my choice. So go ahead and rewrite that again, 4754, and say my choice, not my problem. My choice. But gentlemen, this is where y'all go wrong. Because you don't have an identity and because you don't believe in yourself, what happens is you get around a woman and you feel that she's better than you. Because you put her on such a high pedestal, you're worried about losing someone that you never had in the first place. And the fact that y'all guys, like one guy's asking about Tony. All right, Tony, listen to me. Tony, you don't have a leadership bone in your body, friend, okay? And this is not disrespecting. You know, I think you guys have to stop doing is lying to yourself, thinking you're more than what you actually are. You don't have any leadership qualities from a big guy. You're talking about doing what she wants and needs. When am I talking about? What do you mean her wants and her needs, man? You gotta be able to explain yourself better. What do you mean doing what she wants and needs? When have I ever told you to tell a woman like you're her father or you're a slave owner that she can't do something? So what are you talking about, Tony? Tony, you're gonna have to explain yourself better, man. This is why This is why you don't have any leadership qualities, because as a leader, you're supposed to be able to explain yourself where people can understand you, man. Please explain yourself. All right? Let's get back to this. Guys, you got a question, go ahead and ask. I got you. But we're talking about identity, approaching. Guys, y'all ask your question. Please read what ask because you're not making sense. And what it is you're asking. I'm trying to make sense of the young man. That woman told her, we'll maybe or something. What did she say to him? We could, wait, she said we could, she said we might. So, young man, please, sir, you gotta learn how to have a. If a woman is actually interested in you, she's gonna tell you, I'm interested in you. And a woman interested in you will never use the word might. She would say yes or she would say no. That's it. That's all I'm saying, okay? So go ahead and guys capitalize on what you want to say. We got y'all covered, man, and let's get this game. But getting back to approaching women is where the biggest problem you guys have, because most of you guys are sitting around trying to beg a woman to like you, or you're trying to beg a woman to actually be interested in you, and that's why women lose interest in a lot of you guys. A man who is not interesting cannot draw interest from a woman. He can only wait for her to decide what she wants to do with him. Okay? So that's what we want to do, okay? Sir, whatever your name is, doctor, whatever your name is, please stop. Please stop that goofy shit stuff you're writing, sir. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay? You don't know what you're talking about. So would you please kindly be quiet and stop with all that little rhetoric you're posting there like you're a victim? We're not a victim in this room. If you have a question, ask it. But don't sit here and talk about the biggest problem we have. As men, we don't have any problems. You have a problem because you are a victim. You don't know who you are. So please, all right? Okay? So what you're saying is, all right, at the end of the day, no, you're not making sense because you don't understand this room. This room is a man room. You don't have any game. So please be quiet and stop pushing your rhetoric to these young men. If you have a question, ask it. And if you don't, please just be quiet. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. All that, the biggest problem we have, BS, all right? Anyway, let us continue this thing, man. At the end of the day, capitalize your question. If you have a question, I got y'all covered. The problem is, gentlemen, but based on your identity, it's not really your identity that is holding you back when you talk to a woman. It's a lack of who you are. Let me get this question. He says the first interaction determines. Hold on a second. He said first interaction determines the category she placed me in, correct? No, you're already placed in a category because unfortunately, young man, she's met you before. So when a woman turns you down, sir, she's not really turning you down. I know it feels like you're getting turned down. I know it feels like you're getting rejected, but the thing is that she's turning down the guy that she met before like you. Because many of you guys act the same way, move the same way, and talk the same way. So she's not turning you down. She's turning the guy down that she met before who presented himself like you, buddy, okay? That's a good question, Scott. This person said, when one is leading, one thought, sir, okay, Tony, can you please talk in your terms, Tony? You're not a student of the game. Please stop disrespecting the game, Tony. Can you just ask a regular question? You are not in the game, Tony. You're not a student of the game. You act like you have game. Come on, Tony. Just talk. All right? Stop that one thought, one mind, one way. You are not leading. In the beginning shows that you don't know how to lead a woman. Don't use one. Something effeminate about you that she feels that she have a better time with her friends than someone like you, man. And I don't want to say that to get you mad and upset, but why are you mad that a woman wants to go out with her friends? Why do you want to handcuff her and helicopter? If you're the guy, she would want to spend time with you. Sometimes I know it hurts when you feel that a woman you like or you care for doesn't want to spend time with you. I'm not saying you're a bad person, but look at what you're saying. You're trying to do an all or nothing, and you can't do that with women, man. You can't put a gun to a woman's head mentally and tell her to cut her friends off, especially when there's nothing about you that makes her want to hang out with you. You said, is she stringing you along? No, see, young man, listen. You have to understand your insecurities, okay, big guy? Right now, what's going on with you, young man, you're very insecure right now, okay? She's not stringing you along. I want you to look at the information. The information is when she has a choice between spending time with you and spending time with her friends, she gets more entertainment, more excitement, and more connection with her friends than you because in her eyes, she's saying that you are basic, bland, and boring. So I don't want you to get mad, or maybe you're too jealous, you're too territorial, or something. There's something going on with you that she's trying to say that's effeminate. I don't think you understand because you think she's stringing you along, but you're not looking at the writing on the wall. She's choosing her friends because there's something about you that you are not coming face to face with and being accountable to. But she's not stringing you along, okay? Sir, is she your girl or is she someone you like? I don't know what your status is with this woman, but I would like for you to give me more information so I can help you because it sounds like you're a victim in all this. I don't understand why it is you guys want to be all up under women like that. Why are you worried about another man? Are you worried she's talking to somebody else? Why is it that you want to put her in a prison and not let her want to go out with her girlfriends? I used to always love when women go out. You want to give a woman a chance to miss you, man. You give a woman a chance to think about you. But if you're all up under her, handcuffing her, how can she miss you? How can she think about you? How can she want to talk to you? And that's your problem, man. You're sitting around here getting mad and angry at a decision that a woman decides to make, man. That's masculine. He's saying it so you understand, no disrespect. Tony, I'm saying it so you no, Tony, I don't understand you. I'm saying what is happening with the woman, Tony, that you feel that you need to talk about wants and needs. I don't understand. How long have you known this woman for? Okay, I got to ask you these questions because guys like you want to jump in really fast with women. So how long have you known this woman for, Tony? Please answer the question. All right, let us continue. He says, I'm doing things I want from the start with no compromises. When is the time to do what she wants? Sir, this is what dude. This is why sometimes you guys got to stop trying to have relationships with women. Because why can't she do what she wants to do? What is wrong with you where you are doing what the other guy's doing? Why are you imprisoning the woman? Why are you not enjoy? How are you gonna get to know her if you don't know what she likes to do? I mean, I don't understand you, Tony. What is wrong, Tony? Tony, I'm this close to telling you need therapy, dog, because that's weird. Why are you doing everything and not letting her do anything? That's pretty weird. Man, dude. That's some mental BS that you're doing, dog. Why are you handcuffing a woman and not allowing her to do anything? How are you gonna get to know a woman, sir, if you were telling her she can't do what she wants to do and you want to do it? This is why you don't have any game, man. Come on, dog. Let's get it. He says, I've known her for 3 months. But if you've known her for 3 months, how are you going to know anything about her if you're not going anywhere and getting to know things that she likes to do? You know nothing about her. You know nothing about her, and because you know nothing about her, for some odd reason, what I don't understand, because you don't know anything about her, what is your question? Because it seems like you're running a dictatorship, and because your insecurities and your low self-esteem, you want to hold her down. I don't understand. Why wouldn't you want to do something that she likes to do, sir? That's not masculine. Men don't think that way, man. Why do you want to handcuff her? That's the question I'm asking. Let's keep going. Guys, capitalize your question. I got you. Let's see here. Capitalize question. If you cap your question, I'll be happy to answer it. That means you're yelling at me. You say I let her do things, but okay, sir. Who? See, do you see why you have poor leadership skills? Do you see why you lose with women? Because you're acting really effeminate, man. Why would you body and do only what you want to do and not get to know what they like to do so you can kind of get to know them? I don't understand. I don't this Tony, this is why I told you don't have any leadership, dude. It's like you're not an abuser, but what you're doing is there's something that you're doing that is really messing with her insecurities and her self-esteem. Why would you want to hold her back from doing things, and you want to do what you want to do? That's not the game. So that's your problem, Tony. You listen to us talk and you try to be us, but you don't understand us. Nobody ever told you to tell a woman she's not allowed to do anything and she's got to follow everything you do. When did we ever say that, Tony? Tony, when did we ever say to tell a woman you just got to sit there and do nothing and I do everything and you got to sit and wait, Tony? When have we ever said that, Tony? You said it's not about her likes, it's about what she does with me. Tony, you don't have any game, man. You're effeminate, emotional, weak, and soft. Why do you keep stealing our stuff? It doesn't matter what I said. You're not in the game. Do you not? Tony, I want you to tell everybody in this room that you're not in the game so they'll know how much of a fraud you are. Go ahead and let everybody know, because if you don't, I'm going to kick you out of this room. You let everybody know you do not have any game and you're not a student, so you can see what happens when people regurgitate and steal people's stuff. You go ahead and admit that to everybody, Tony, because this is your problem, man. You're looking at what I said. I have game. You don't. I never said anything about holding a woman down. And look what you're doing, dog. That's sick. That's sick. That's sick, man. Men don't move that way, dude. Why don't you let it? Okay. No, you're not studying. You're not a student of mine. When have I ever told you to not go out with a woman and not learn what she likes, Tony? When have I ever said that, sir? When have I ever said that? I've been doing this since the 90s, so tell me. When have I ever said that, Tony? When have I ever said treat a woman like property and you do everything you want to do and she's got to sit and wait for you to decide? When have I ever said that, Tony? Tell me. All right, Tony, look. Tony, don't you ever ask a question in this room again or I will kick you out. I can't stand people like you. You are a liar. You are a fraud, and all you do is steal what I'm saying, and you don't even understand what it is I'm saying. So don't say anything else in this room again, okay? You just sit in a little ass corner. I'm going to treat you like you treat her. You sit your little punk ass in a corner and don't say nothing else in this room, or you getting out. Gentlemen, let me tell y'all about that guy right there. That guy is a thief. All he does is hang around and steal words and phrases, and he doesn't even understand what it means. I have never, ever said anything like that. I've never said to hold a woman down. I've never said not to get to know a woman. And this fool who doesn't have any game thinks he has game because he's stealing stuff. Come on, guys. Y'all got to be better men. This is why y'all lose with women, because you want to sit and take notes and try to assume you think you know because you know how to write words down and stuff like that. Tony, don't you ever say anything in this room again. Let's continue. What did she notice from a man from the first conversation? Well, it's not, she notices she can't feel anything, sir. If a woman cannot feel your leadership, she cannot feel your dominance, she cannot feel or understand you, you are like everybody else. And that's where a lot of y'all are going to go wrong. That's where you lose at. Because many of you guys out here, okay? Many of you guys out here don't understand how things work with women. And a lot of you guys are trying to actually manipulate a woman versus just present yourself to a woman, sir. But it was a good question. I don't know who I am, so anything I present feels inauthentic by default, which is by choice. Well, you don't know who you are, but here's the problem. At least you're admitting it. It's not, you're not a bad person. I'm saying it's not that you don't know who you are. You just don't realize that you're operating off of a wrong program. That's the problem. You know who you are, but you don't know how to present who you are. So I'm not here to tear you down, okay? So that's a good statement, sir. But I don't want you in here tearing yourself down. What I want you to do is I actually want you to realize that you're operating off a wrong program when it comes to women, buddy. All right? She said she feel all that and still not be loyal. Well, what are you talking about, Otto? You're not loyal to yourself. So why would a woman be loyal to a person like you? You don't like yourself. Look at you complaining. Look at you, a Tampax, a bear. Want to sit there and complain. I want you to tell me, why should a woman be loyal to a person like you, Otto? Come on. I want you to explain, okay? I want you to understand it. See, Otto? See that? I want you to explain to me why a woman should be loyal to a loser like you, sir. But I'm saying that with kindness. I want you to do that. Why should a woman be loyal to someone like you? Let me get to this question right here. Honesty and authenticity will create emotions, which is no. Scotty, let me explain what you're saying. I like what you're saying, Scotty, but I'm going to tell you where you're going wrong, okay? See, the problem is, Scotty, deep down, what you don't understand is you're trying to find a combination code to get between a woman's legs. And you're making it all about the woman, but you're not making it about the man, and you don't realize that. And what you're saying sounds good on paper, but that's not the game, man. The game has nothing to do with women. But see, you're trying to, why, Scotty, tell me, why are you trying to create emotion in a woman? You tell me why, and I'll explain that to you, okay? Please do that, all right? Please ask that question. Please answer that question, Scotty. It's a good statement you're making, but I'm asking you, why do you want to create emotion in that woman, sir? Please let me know. And I'll show you that what you're saying is more of a manipulative tactic than what men actually do. See, you listen to me say the things I'm saying, and you think because you can be a certain way that you're going to trigger something in a woman. That's not the game, man. It's not how the game works. So if you could please let me know, I would appreciate it, sir. Just let me know what are you going to do, and why do you want to tap into her emotions? For what? What's going on, Jill? Guys, got a question? Go ahead and capitalize your question. I got you covered. I'm here to help you young men with this game. And if you're not a student of the game, y'all got to go in and get and learn, man. Because a lot of you young men, again, this is why y'all have problems with women. Because a lot of y'all pretend that to look for, you're too busy trying to look for answers to manipulate a woman, which automatically means you're already manipulated. Because you're trying to find a combination code to get a woman to do the thing that you're not used to women doing, and that is like you. Okay, he says, Steve, have you ever did everything correct as a leader, man, and still showed disloyalty? Sir, okay, you must be new here. I am loyal and married to the game. And once you can understand that, you will understand one thing. I'm never disloyal to myself, sir. I'm never going to cheat on myself, sir. I'm never going to dog myself out. And you don't understand what I'm saying. So, what does that question have to do with anything? I don't even understand that question. All right? All right. Sir, listen, Otto, don't. Otto, wait, slow down, big guy. Nobody's asking you to do anything. Nobody's asking you to buy anything, Otto. Just relax, man. You're taking it way too far, okay? This guy said you missed the question. If you capitalize it, I won't miss it. I didn't miss Otto's question. And if you capitalize your question, whatever your name is, I'll answer it. I told you to yell at me. All right? To yell at me. But this is not about this. I don't understand why you using words like disloyalty and all these words, dog. That doesn't make that's the math isn't mathing. Okay, the math isn't mathing. Okay, all right. So we got y'all. Okay, how can I enroll in the school, sir? You got to, sir. Just get your pathway. Stop. Don't worry about the school right now. Just get your pathway. Just get your pathway, sir. Guys, you got a question? Go ahead, cap it. He didn't realize he spoke to him being a leader, but it's cool, bro. Okay, okay, Otto. Look, Otto, look. With all due respect, Otto, please, Otto, I kindly ask you, sir, if you don't want to learn, just take your fucking ass and leave, dog. You don't need to be. Look, I'm not the one struggling with like you are with fucking women. I'm not the one bitching like you are with women. So, sir, if you don't like what's being said in this room, please get the fuck out, okay? That's the truth. Yeah, you got more problems, okay? No, I'm not your fucking bro. Get your bitch ass out. Fucking fuck off, man. Fuck boy. And that's wrong with y'all. But guys, I want y'all to see Otto. Y'all see why motherfuckers like Otto lose with fucking women? Then get the fuck out the room, loser. The fuck out. All right, anyway, guys. Man, come on, man. Y'all gotta learn, man, and understand how the game works. All right? But I'm saying to all you guys out here, a lot of y'all young men are frustrated because a lot of you young men don't understand how the game actually works. And a lot of you guys' frustration has nothing to do with women. It has everything to do with how you feel about yourself. Um, let's see here. Um, well, Jill, that's what he didn't understand. They don't understand free will because they don't understand women and they don't understand the game. The game has nothing to do with tactics, but this is a problem why you guys approach women because you don't believe in yourself and you want that woman to actually fill in a gap. That's why approaching doesn't work. The moment you see a woman and you feel that she's the one that can make you feel something, that's when everything goes wrong, gentlemen. And that's what the world is not going to tell you. What do I mean by approaching a woman? When you put her on a pedestal, when you're talking about how beautiful she is, when you're talking about how sexy she is, when you're talking about how desirable she is, sir, that's where everything goes wrong, gentlemen. That's where it goes wrong. Because unfortunately, you're looking at the woman to fulfill all of the pain points that you have that either some other woman gave you or you gave yourself. And that is why, gentlemen, it hurts so much when you try to actually approach a woman because you're not actually going up to the woman like a grown man. You're saying, "Hi, how are you? You are the woman that's going to take me out of my darkness. You are the woman that's going to complete me. You are the woman that's going to make me feel like a man. You are the woman that's going to take away my fears, my anxiety, my low self-esteem, and my low image. You are going to be the woman that's going to be the high of highs and the low of lows. You are my person. You're going to be my wife, my girlfriend, my relationship." That is why when you approach women, it's a problem, gentlemen. I hope y'all guys understand what I'm saying. All right? All right. This guy said, I was asking, what if you do everything right and a woman is still disloyal? Okay, big guy. Big guy. I don't, you're new here, so let me explain, because I'm not going to explain that to him. I don't care what a woman is, young man. That's where you guys get it wrong. A woman is only going to be disloyal to a person that doesn't have any leadership skills. If she's disloyal, I'm letting her go. I don't, guys, I'm not, I swear I'm not trying to complicate this. Y'all are always trying to complicate this. You're always looking at the, what is it a glass half full or half empty or something? Why do y'all young men always look at women for the negative things that they do? Do you know? Let me simplify. You want to know why a man doesn't look at negative things? Because information tells me anything negative, I'm cutting her ass off. The end. That's it. So why do we always worry about what a woman's going to do? But all right, I'm going to say something, guys, and this is going to sting, man. And I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. But why would a woman be loyal to someone who is disloyal to himself? What incentive is it for the woman to be loyal to a person that doesn't have the game? See, in y'all's world, y'all have never met a woman that will give you their key to their apartment. A woman that will give you money, but buy things for you and show you that, you know what, I love you, you're my man, I'll do anything for you, I'm glad you're here with me. Y'all never had that before. All you've had has been getting dogged out, used, and walked over. So you assume that every woman that you run into is going to be disloyal. But here's the truth. She is going to be disloyal. And I'll tell you why. The reason why she's going to be disloyal is because there's no loyalty in who you are. He says, I want to create an emotion because I see more than just what's on the surface, and the fact that she has layers that we'll discover. Okay, Scotty, you're doing what Tony's doing. Please, sir. Please stop trying to regurgitate shit you don't know, man. Please, come on, dude. All right, Jill, I'm going to let Jill help you with this. Jill, who does Scotty sound like? Jill, can you please tell me who Scotty sounds like? Jill, pick any guy in this room. Who do you think Scotty sounds like saying that shit, dude? Come on, Scotty. Okay? Come on, Scotty. Let's keep going. He says, my frustration is that I don't know how to present myself when I speak. Okay, young man, it's not about presenting yourself that, okay, look at me, listen. Where you get it wrong, you're not trying to present yourself. You go wrong because you're trying to make a connection with somebody really fast. Because there is an emptiness in you that feels like because she's got titties and a round ass that she is going to be your end all be all. That's why you can't present yourself. Because you're looking at her as your Messiah. You're looking at her as somebody that can walk on water. You're looking at her as somebody that can help you and fix your world that's all messed up. That's why you can't present yourself. That's why you're not doing it. That's why you're having the problem, big guy, okay? All right? All right. Scotty, listen, Scotty. Scotty, I don't want to tell you not to ask any questions. All right, you are all right, dog, but come on, dog. Scotty, you're not a student of mine. You don't have game. And all you're doing is regurgitating me, dog. Stop doing that. I don't... Okay, I got to talk to the lady. Jill, whenever I ever told these guys to regurgitate my words, that motherfucker doesn't know about discovery. He just heard me say it. He doesn't know about emotions. He heard me say it. Come on, man. All right? Get this, all right? This guy, sir, you got to cap that. Please cap that. And no, I ain't no fucking marriage counselor, motherfucker. The fuck would I do? I look like a marriage counselor to you? All right, guys, cap your question if you want to talk to me. Capitalize your question if you want to talk to me. As I was saying before, for a lot of you guys out here, when it comes to women, most young men don't understand that because you don't have and know who you are, okay? Most you guys out here look at women as the prize. You tear yourselves down. You guys don't love yourselves. You don't appreciate yourselves, and it doesn't make you a bad person. But when you go up to a woman and look at her and you're afraid to talk to her, if she brings out fear, if she brings out anxiety in you, then that's the problem, okay? All right? Yes, sir, that's true. I teach to be a free thinker. I've never, and Scotty is regurgitating my words. Scotty knows that shit. So Scotty, shame on you, dog. Stop that. I don't believe you. I can't believe, Scotty, you're trying to talk about discovering emotion. I'm the only one on the internet saying this shit. That's how I know you regurgitate my words. You don't talk that way, Scotty. You know you don't talk that way. My God, man. That's crazy to me, man. For many of you guys out there, man, I love women. I'm never terrified. Okay, well, 722. I'm gonna tell you the problem that you have. The problem is that you worship women. You don't love women. You worship women. Your statement shows your thirst, neediness, and desperation, and you don't even understand it. We all like women to a certain degree, but how can you love somebody when you don't even love yourself? And that's crazy to me. Women have to earn you and look at you. Give yourself away freely. I love women. That's y'all's problem. You don't know what love is. You think love is Hallmark cards, chocolates, and balloons and everything, son. That's not love. And the fact that you're making that statement shows that you don't have a love for yourself. Men don't talk that way. Come on, guys. Get this game, man. Let's get this guy right here. This person says, he says, when I want to approach every negative thought, well, sir, what I'm saying to you, the reason why every negative thing pops up is because of how you see the woman. A lot of you young men, because you worship women and you put women on a pedestal, you feel that you're not good enough. So you think you have to be perfect around a woman, and that's where you go wrong. I keep telling you guys, you don't have to be perfect around a woman, okay? You just got to learn the game. But a lot of y'all don't understand that. The reason why, okay, sir, it's not about fixing. Okay, sir, let me help you out. It's a very good question, okay, sir, and I don't want it to seem like I'm tearing you down. It's a very good question. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. So let me explain the question, sir, so I can help you out. Sir, you do understand how long it takes to be a doctor, right? Can I just go to the medical board or the medical school and knock on the door and say, I want to be a doctor. How can I fix this? Sir, that's the problem. You're looking for one word answers to a multitude of bad things that are going on with you. It is not fix that. It's how you don't know how to fix yourself. You don't know how to talk to a woman. You don't know how to interact with a woman. You don't know how to draw out her femininity, her sexuality, and her emotions. So it's not just one thing. Okay, young man, let me just give you an example. Sometimes when we drive our cars, okay, because sometimes our cars will break down. Sometimes a check engine light will come on, and that is a car sending a signal to you to say something is wrong with me, and I need you to do a diagnostic to see what's wrong. A person can't look at a check engine light and assume that it's the muffler, the alternator, or something like that. You've got to get it and put it in a machine to get it checked out. So what you're saying is, how can I fix this? You don't understand what fix is when you have a lot of things that need to be fixed, sir. Because the reason why you have your fears is because you have a worship to women and you have placed women above you, which makes you feel that you're not worthy of women. So that's why you fear women, which is one of millions of problems that you have. But it was a great question, sir. Steve, there's no other way to break it down. Scotty, stop that, Scotty. Stop, Scotty. Scotty. Scotty, please stop. Let me keep going. He says, "Oh brother, I love myself and I have to learn how to love." Okay, okay, look. Okay, okay, sir, please listen to me. And what's your name, Gray? I need you to listen to me, okay? And I want everybody to see what that young man is saying, so y'all can understand why he doesn't love himself. Gentlemen, y'all have to learn there are levels to the mind. There's the ego, there is self-importance. There's a lot of things that a lot of guys are going to say, and they're going to feel that when they hear something that goes against the bruised ego, they have to defend a position. You don't have to tell me you love yourself. I know you don't have any game. You don't even like yourself, sir. Why would you sit here and try to explain I love myself and have to learn how to love a woman? The fuck you mean love a woman? See, hey, Jill, 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 you've been listening to me for a long time, Jill. When have you ever heard me say, or anybody who's been listening to me since the 90s ever heard me say to love a fucking woman? Jill, Jill, you've been listening to me for a long time. Jill, since you've been listening to me, Jill, have you ever heard me say anything about loving a goddamn woman? Anybody who's listened for a long time, learn how to love a woman? Fuck you, man. Guys, I want you to understand indoctrination. See, the world and society has got y'all all twisted. You gotta love a woman. The fuck you gotta do that for? Okay, y'all don't. I need y'all to understand, man. I ask you guys, when have I ever said to love a woman? This guy's talking about love a woman. I have to protect and take care. Man, please, man, y'all gotta stop that silly stuff. Can you please demonstrate what you preach and see you talk to women? Okay, what's your name? DES? Hey. Why don't you, hey, Jill? Jill is her. Okay, sir, we have a woman in the room, okay? Because I guess you want a receipt, okay? So why don't you ask Jill who I am so you can have a woman tell you live on the damn air who I am? Jill, can you talk to that young man? He wants to know who I am. So Jill, you've been around to hear me talk. So Jill, why don't you ask Jill? She's been listening to me. So you don't need me to show you. Why don't you ask the woman in the room so she can tell you, sir? I don't, because I'm not going to prove myself to a person like you. So why don't you ask the woman in the room so she can tell you, sir? All right? So you can look at because your red pill ass wants me to prove myself to you. That ain't happening, sir. That ain't happening. So whatever your name is, Zoe, why don't you ask Jill and she will explain to you and tell you how I am with women because she's seen a lot of receipts. So why don't you ask her and then she would tell you so then you won't have any excuse at that point. So at that point, because you ain't going to believe me, because there's nothing I can tell you. So why don't you ask Jill, let Jill tell you, and you'll be good to go. Let's keep going. This person said, I have to learn how to think instead of waiting for the right moment to create it, but I don't know how to create it. Well, no, sir, you don't have to do that. You're messing up. Again, it's the influence of a woman. You're placing a woman above you. Okay, young man, do you have to think to make cereal? I'm being serious. I'm not being a dick here. Do you have to think to make cereal? All right? Do you have to think and create a thought in your head to make cereal? 4754. Please help me out and answer that question. Okay. Jill says never learn to love a woman more. Love yourself more. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Never once. You never said that. I know that. Fall into respect, not love. Thank you, Jill. That's what's so crazy about these guys. These guys think I'm giving y'all some hallmarky fucking cards and shit from CVS or Walgreens, man. Coach, she will love us because we love ourselves. You goddamn right. Yes, sir, Emmanuel. My dog. Yeah, hey, Emmanuel, you know I'm proud. Hey, Emmanuel, you know I'm going to do this for you, dog, because I'm proud of you, man. You've been doing an excellent job, Emmanuel. You've been doing good, young man. That's why I'm going to lace you up, dog. I'm proud of you, man. Okay. No, listen to me, Gray. Listen to me. I'm not your bud. Relax, okay? Listen to me, sir. Listen to me. I'm not your bro. I'm not your bud. I'm none of that silly shit that you talk to your friends like. I'm not that. I'm your uncle. I'm your father that you never had, okay? I'm representing your dad. Your dad failed you. No disrespect. I got you. But what I'm saying to you, all that love shit you saying, you got to get that shit out of this room. You can't love a woman when you don't love yourself. And women fall in love with men who love themselves. I am not here to tell you. See, you guys think love is the bears and Hallmark and flowers and dinners and restaurants and kissing her ass. That's why y'all guys get dogged out because of love. See, let me explain why you guys need to get out of that love bullshit. And I don't even like talking about this, but I'll be honest with you. Love plus insecurity is the worst concoction. When you love a woman and you're insecure, you can't let her go. Because you guys don't understand that you are not supposed to do that with a woman. Love and being insecure is a concoction that is going to be abusive to women because a lot of you guys are jealous, thirsty, needy. You can't let a woman go. You follow them around, you beg them, and some of you guys will bury them in the name of love. So please stop that love bullshit. You guys are insecure and it's okay. I am not tearing you down because you're insecure. I'm saying an insecure person believes in that bullshit called love. And then when he doesn't get the love of the woman, then he is either jealous, territorial. We had a knucklehead earlier on today, Tony. He loves women. You know what he did? He wants to do everything and hold a woman down, put her in a prison because he is in love with a woman and insecure. In this room, we don't teach that love bullshit, man. Man, y'all got to get out of that hallmarky stuff. All right, let's see here. All right, so let's see here. Let's keep going. What's the name of the next feeling? Okay, he said, what's the name of the next feeling past a want or desire? What's the name, Scotty? The name should be Scotty. I don't think you just heard what I said. Scotty. What is the name of the next feeling past a want or desire, Scotty? When you get the game, Scotty, it's Scotty. That's what you don't understand. Because you're married to the game. You're not devoted to the woman, you're devoted to yourself. That's what makes her devoted to you because of your leadership in the structure that you present to that woman. She is going to follow because it's in her DNA to follow a man. I don't understand, Scotty. Past that is Scotty. That's why you got to learn the game, man. Stop regurgitating stuff, dog. You don't understand, dude. Let's keep going. All right, so DESZO. I hope y'all kicked him out. No, I'm proud of you, Emmanuel. You're doing good, Emmanuel. Man, you're doing a good job, man. You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job, Emmanuel. Um, let's see here. Let's keep going. This guy said, "Hey, Steve, are you the dean?" Oh my Jesus, Lord. All right, let's keep going. Guys got a question, Captain. I got you covered. Um, but please stop that love bullshit in this room, guys. Y'all got to stop that sappy shit. That's why y'all lose, man. Guys got a question, go ahead, cap it. See, gentlemen, the problem is that the reason why I tell you about love, okay, this ties into approaching. Because you don't even like yourself. Let me explain, because I know this is going to sting, but please, gentlemen, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, man. I'm really trying to help you. You just have to be honest with yourself. A lot of you young men, when you see a woman, you are already worshiping that woman. And a man that has the game doesn't worship women. Yeah, I didn't say pray and worship your God. I don't say you should never look at a woman like a god. And that's why you could tell a person who doesn't love himself. A person that doesn't love himself is going to look at a woman to be the thing that is going to take away the mother wounds that he has accumulated all of his life. That's why most of you guys don't love yourselves. When y'all see a woman, you get anxiety. A man that loves himself doesn't get anxiety. A man that loves himself isn't shy, passive, beat around the bush, lie to women, deceive women, manipulate women, and fucking not do anything to women. That's why I keep the guys. I'm dropping tomorrow or today a Kai Cenat video. And I want to show you guys who are like Bear why you guys lose. That's why y'all don't know what love is. Because when you love yourself, there is no fear. When you love yourself, you can be honest with a woman. When you love yourself, you can take anything she throws your way. But you guys don't know love because there's an indoctrination in your reality to assume that you think you know what love is. Yes, you know the love of your parents. I'm never going to take that from you. Your mom loved you unconditionally, some of you guys. Your father, that'd be 50-50. But I can tell you this much. Somebody loved you. I'm being dead serious. Somebody loved you, okay? And what I'm saying to you young men out here, because your mother loved you, okay? Guys, I've always told you guys, one thing my mentor told me a long time ago. If you want to know what love is, get a dog. You want to know what unconditional love is, get a dog. Because a dog will love you unconditionally, and unless you get an animal or a pet like a dog, you will never understand unconditional love. Because a lot of y'all guys don't know what love is. A lot of y'all guys have an indoctrinated love because the TV has indoctrinated you to think that flowers equal love, dinners equal love, buying her drinks equal love, buying her Christmas gifts and Valentine's Day cards equal love, balloons equal love, chocolates equal love. And all these women that have told you they loved you, where are they at right now? They never loved you. They didn't even love the idea of you. They just loved the fact that they could tell you they love you and you fall into that bullshit ass excuse that they give you. Wake up, man. And this is not tearing women down. I'm just trying to get you guys to open your eyes. Let me get this question right here. He said that love will have you losing your identity. Absolutely, young man. You're not even supposed to love a woman. You're supposed to love the truth of it. Dog. Yes, sir. Hey, I see you over there, young man. Hey, keep talking that yak. I see you, young man. I see you, son. That's what I'm talking about. Please do not bring religions in here. Please do not talk about God, Jesus, Yahweh, Buddha, and Allah. This is not the room. This is not the room. I am not talking religion. I'm talking something that goes beyond your indoctrination of what your parents spoon fed you when you were small. So please understand this. This is not about your indoctrination. If you want to pray to Jesus, do it. Pray to Allah. Pray to Buddha. Pray to Yahweh. But don't come in this room telling us who loves us and who doesn't. This is not about that, man. Y'all see what I'm saying? You see how people are indoctrinated, want to push things up? This is crazy, man. This is what's crazy. But anyway, let's continue our conversation. What I'm saying to y'all guys out here, many of you young men out here are really hurting right now. And because a lot of you guys are hurting, I get it. You think I'm the enemy. A lot of you guys now, listen, look, yelling at me, being disrespectful to me, and talking shit to me is your right. But I want you to understand something. That is not going to change the fact that you ain't getting no pussy. It's not going to change the fact that you can't get a woman. So you can't get mad at me because you all fucked up. Don't look at me. It's not my fault. You choose to be angry and bitter ass little kids and shit. It's crazy to me and shit. If you got a question, please capitalize your question. I got y'all covered. But what I'm saying to you guys out here, I'm here to help you young men out here, okay? I understand a lot of you guys are going through things, and I'm not gonna take things that go on with you guys lightly, okay? I'm showing you I appreciate you guys. I want you guys to appreciate yourselves, okay? I want you guys to realize that, listen, a lot of you young men know it's Friday night. It's August, Friday night or late July, and I can't get a woman to come over to my place. I can't get a woman to want to go out with me. I can't get a woman to interact with me. I can't get a woman to call me, text me. Hell, I'm so bad, I can't even get a woman to use me for a dinner or a shoulder. So I'm not trying to make fun of you guys, but a lot of you guys are hurting. And y'all are showing how bad you're hurting by lashing out at the person that's trying to help you. And that's crazy to me. Let me get this question right here. He says that have the 5 W's and how bad because we seek shortcuts. I don't know what you're saying. All right. This person says, I'm going to stay single until I'm ready to... All right, Gray, look. You're new here. All right, so I'll just, sir, please. Sir, look. Guys, I'm not trying to hurt this man. All right, I'm going to try to say this the best way I can. I'm going to have to use him as a lesson, gentlemen. When you're effeminate, soft, weak, emotional, and you got a lot of mommy in you and got a lot of bitch in you, a lot of guys are going to use an excuse like he did. Listen to this fucking bitch ass shit that men don't talk this way. The guy said, and I repeat, he says, I'm going to stay single until I'm ready to move. No, you're going to stay single until a woman decides to give you some fucking crumbs and cut your goddamn pancakes and put a nightlight in there because you don't know how to be a man. Why do y'all guys talk like women? I'm going to stay. That's how women talk. I'm going to stay single. I'm going to stay celibate. Dog, here's the problem is y'all don't understand. There's so much women. See, when you have game, women are always throwing you pussy. If you want to sit there and say, that's like a woman saying, I'm going to stay celibate and then go in the bedroom and start fingering herself. Man, why do y'all guys talk like a bunch of women, stay single? You know you can't get a woman. You haven't had one until the only pussy, you probably came out your mom's pussy. It's probably still a virgin, dude. Stop that rhetoric, young man. Look, I'm trying to help you, but you're not even helping yourself. What man says, I'm going to stay single? My God, I don't understand something. Well, I know, I've been fucking since I'm 13, but God damn it, guys. How is it that y'all rather stay home, be asexual, and not interact with women? That doesn't make any sense. But everybody can't get this game. Let's continue. This person said, fuck if you know me. Okay, Okay, great, great, great. Let me explain something, sir. Your words have exposed you, young man. I don't. Okay, men don't say effeminate things that women say. I'm gonna stay single till I'm ready to make my move. That's gotta be the bitchiest thing I heard all night. So it's not knowing you. Every woman already knows you, and everybody that has game knows you ain't got game, because men don't talk that way. I'ma stay single until I'm ready to move. You ain't making any moves, motherfucker. And the reason why you're single, because you don't know how to get any pussy. So it's easy to say I'm gonna remain single, but it's hard and difficult to be honest with yourself. Why don't you, if you're honest with the room, you're single because you are afraid of women. You're single because you don't know how to talk to women. You're single because you don't know how to move around or with. So, dog, don't say that shit. Man, I've met guys like you all my life. And you just got to come to your come to Jesus moment and stop lying to yourself. All that, you know what women say? I'm single by choice. And that's what you probably gonna say next, like a woman. I'm single by choice. Watch, everybody. Let's get this game. And I'm not trying to be mean to him. Man, I don't understand why they're so mad, man. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so let's keep going. This guy says, you don't know me. Of course, that's what women say. Educating a woman, educating a woman on me is mandatory? Sir, let me explain something to you, okay? Okay, Jill, that guy guys, let me explain how these incels work. For all you people who listen to me. An incel is going to come in this room because he never heard a man talk, because he's used to bitching about women, complaining about women. So we kick the incel out, everybody. He goes back to Google, he gets another name, and comes back in and says the same regurgitated question, everybody. So please understand, we're going to get a lot of incels in here. We're going to get a lot of effeminate guys in here. So please, guys, just be patient. We'll get rid of them and keep things going. But a lot of these young men are going to regurgitate something, get kicked out, come right back in because they're hurting and because they don't know how to get women. And they're mad, they're bitter, and they're angry. So, guys, please understand that, okay? So just know we'll get rid of them. Let me keep going. So you're saying right here, Scotty, Scotty, let me show you why you full of shit, Scotty. Educating a woman on what, Scotty? Tell me. Tell me, Scotty, because you're just regurgitating words, Scotty. Educate a woman on what, Scotty? You're not the guy. Scotty, why do you... All right, I'm going to leave Scotty alone. Maybe Scotty's drinking. Let's keep going. All right, so at the end of the day, everybody, let's see here. Yeah, I want you guys out here to understand. Listen, there are a lot of young men that are struggling, and a lot of young men, I want to help you. I'm not here to upset you, but we've got to break the mentality that you have that you are a victim, okay? Yeah, Scotty. Yeah, Scotty, how old are you, man? I think you're like, are you 13? Because he's so busy regurgitating. Yeah, I never thought about that. I didn't even think about asking him how old he is. He says, who, what, where, why, when, how questions are bad. Um, all right, so guys, all right, let me continue. Let me go ahead and get rid of this person. Anyway, let's keep going. So this person says, no, okay, 4754. No, young man, the reason why you say the who, what, when, why, where questions is because you don't like yourself. You don't know how to talk to a woman, dog. That's why. Will y'all stop trying to pin everything on fucking women like they're the problem? Y'all guys just don't know the game. Y'all guys are too busy worshiping women, all right? So, and again, guys, I'm not here to be mean to you, but I'm showing you why it's going to be later on tonight is Friday night or maybe where you're at, and a lot of you guys are not going out. You're not going to. We are getting a new batch of women. Saturday is going to be our annual new batch of women day. You're getting a whole new batch of pussy, and y'all guys don't even know what the fuck y'all are doing. You've wasted 8 months of your life knowing there's 4 months left in the year. You've wasted a year doing nothing. And knowing these women coming in ready to suck and fuck and everything, and y'all still gonna stay home, laying on your stomach, trying to find manipulative gimmicks to try to get women. What a shame. What a shame. Let us continue. Let's see here. He said, I don't know why I hesitate whenever talk to a woman. Sir, I already told you that, okay? I already told you that. Yeah. All right, so gentlemen, just remember, we're going to have a lot of guys come in here. I told you, there you got a lot of young men hurting, a lot of red pill incels that are mad and angry at women. And that's what you're going to get, okay? All right, I just want y'all to understand that, okay? So please understand, I'm here for you guys, all right? So, guys, y'all, everybody read. I told you, what did I tell you? The guy just came back in with a new name. Guys, I'm undefeated in this, man. All we do is kick them out, and they come back in, guys. You see what I'm saying? Do y'all see what I'm saying, guys? You have to understand the climate of young men today. No father, no guidance. And what they're going to keep doing, guys, I told you, they're going to just go in and they're going to do that. Hold on one second. You said, Unc, I've asked for my pathway 3 times. Man, no, you haven't, man. And if you say it again, I'm going to kick you out the room. Please don't bother me with that shit. You have not asked for your pathway. Stop that. Anyway, let's continue. Gentlemen, when you approach a woman, as I said before, the reason why approaches don't work is because of your interpretation of the woman. When you put a woman above you, you will never be able to talk to somebody you look up at. That's why approaching doesn't work, because you don't believe that you're good enough for that person, okay? All right? And that's what I'm saying to you guys out here. What is Scotty? How old did Scotty say he was? I don't know. I don't know how old Scotty said he was. Yeah, Scotty sounds like he's really young. I thought I was going to give him a chance, but yeah, we might have to get him out of the room. We can't deal with kids in here, man. This is an adult room for adults. And you young kids, I know y'all are struggling with women, but I can't help you high school kids and stuff. I can't. I can't. This is not for you high school kids. But as I was saying, for you young men out here, and I appreciate the 59 likes, okay? All right? Scotty, I'm not reading your fucking message, dog. I'm not. I don't care if he's 19. So what, Scotty? So what? You still ain't got no game, motherfucker. Stop. I don't need to read your message, Scotty. Because all you're doing is regurgitating my talking points, and you ain't saying shit, dog. Anyway, guys, we're still chopping this game up. I appreciate you guys in here. Let's soak it up. So, guys, out here, as I said for you guys out here, if you got a question, go ahead and capitalize your question. We got y'all covered. But I'll keep going. So, gentlemen, when you start to learn the game, you will realize that walking up to a woman has nothing to do with the game. Please write that down. Walking up to a woman has nothing to do with the game, okay? Walking up to a woman is just an interaction with a woman, okay? That's what I'm saying to you guys out here. So when you walk up on a woman, that's not the game. You're just walking up on a woman. So what I'm trying to get you guys to do is stop worrying about who you're talking to and just get what you need to say. But I understand a lot of you guys don't get why women don't want to talk to you. Because most of you guys have never created anything worth talking to. And that is not knocking you guys, but you guys just think that going up to a woman because you saw it on a video from some guy on the internet makes you think a woman's going to sleep with you. It doesn't work that way, okay? And that's why we're talking about this, okay? That's why I got y'all covered. And I want y'all to write that down. Owing up to a woman has nothing to do with the interactions that you need. And if you cannot walk up to a woman, then you don't deserve anything from the woman, man. Women don't want weakness, okay? Women don't want individuals that are scared. I get that you're scared, gentlemen, but the question is, what is so scary? See, you guys have to be honest with yourselves, okay? And you don't have to say it on here, but if you just honest with yourself and ask yourself, what is so scary about me presenting myself to a woman? What is so scary? Now, gentlemen, I'm going to take it to the next level, and please write this down. Some of you guys, a lot of my clients always say, I'm scared of rejection. I don't want to get rejected again. I don't want to get told no again because it's tearing me down. Gentlemen, let me teach y'all something that nobody on the internet teaches you guys. The only way a man can get rejected by a woman is that if he assumes, judges, or expects something of a woman he's never met before. So if you think about it, you guys are creating the wounds that you're operating from. The moment you see her, you're calling her beautiful. You're calling her gorgeous. You're calling her sexy. You're judging who she is. You're judging what you think she dates. You're judging what she thinks are going to think of you or will she date you. So what you're doing is you're actually tearing yourself down in the process when going up to her has nothing to do with the game, sir. That's why I keep trying to tell you guys out here. It has nothing to do with the game. I told you guys when I was young, I had to, my mentor threw me in the deep side of the ocean. I had to talk to older girls. When I told you, when I was in high school as a freshman, I was not allowed to talk to freshman girls. I had to talk to sophomores and juniors because what my mentor did is he pushed me beyond my limit because I created my own limitation because I did not believe that I could get older girls. And as when I was in college or a senior, getting college girls and older women. But once I locked in on the game, that's how I pulled my guidance counselor's daughter at the prom because I was the guy, right? So that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying, guys, is I'm trying to push you beyond your limitations. A woman doesn't set any limitations on you. And we've got to stop blaming women for the limitations that we set on ourselves. And if you can start realizing that, you can learn the game easy. Like, guys, if you got a question, go ahead and cap it. We got y'all covered. But what I'm saying, I'm wondering if I can open up my phone. Let me try something. I've never done this before, so let me open the phone. All right, man, I need to start doing it this way. Now I can see everything. All right, so I opened the phone up. So what I'm saying to you guys out here, I don't want you guys to limit yourselves. Gentlemen, and thank you very much, 67 likes. I need you to please listen to me. This is not to tear you down. But what I'm saying to you guys out here, the moment you place a limitation on yourself when it comes to a woman, you are not going to feel worthy enough to talk to that woman. The limitation is already seeing, okay? All right? This guy says, how do I know that I finally love myself? That's a good question. I'll tell you. When you can see a woman and not care, when you can see a woman and not have fear, anxiety, worry, excuses, thirst, desperation, lying, manipulating, deceiving, playing games, and walking on eggshells, that's when you know you love yourself, because you will present yourself the best way you can, and you won't care about the results, sir. This person says, um, why you never consider they rude? That's what dudes don't approach. Okay, okay, Sea Dog, listen to me. See that? Okay, it's a good. Wait, don't kick him out. Don't kick him out. I need you to listen to me, sir. I need you to listen to me, sir. I'm gonna ask you a simple question. I'm gonna ask you. Listen. I got you, dog. Don't kick him out. It's very important. I want everybody to read his question. It's a great question, okay, young man? Great question. I want everybody to look at this. It's very important, because the next question I'm going to ask him is going to prove why he's saying what he's saying. Okay, whatever your name is, CERO, whatever your name is, tell me how you go up to a woman. What do you say? You tell me what you say to a woman, and I'll show you why you're the problem. Now watch it. I'm not going to knock him. He asked a great question. I want to say this again. He said, I never considered that they are rude. Okay? And that's why guys don't approach anymore. So I'm asking you, when you see a woman, you tell me what you say to a woman, and I'll show you why they are rude to you. And now let's wait. And watch this, gentlemen. If he doesn't say anything, he's the reason. We'll see. No, Jill. Don't say nothing. Let's see him. Hold on. I want him to tell everybody. Guys, I got you. I'm not tearing him down. I want him to tell everybody what he says when he sees a woman. And I promise you that he's the problem. I promise you he's the problem. But I'm waiting. And guys, let me tell you something. And if he doesn't answer the question, he's the problem. Guys, if you're going to make that statement, back it up. Back it up. I want you, young man. Now listen, guys, it's very important. Thank you, 72 likes. The young man specifically said, why have you ever considered that women are rude, and that's why guys don't approach them? So why don't you tell me what you say to them, and I'll show you you're the problem. Gentlemen, he ain't going to answer. You see that, guys? Y'all see that? See, do you see why women are rude? Because he can't even stand on his own statement. Okay? He can't even stand on his own statement. He can't. So I want you guys to understand that a lot of young men are always taking the accountability from them and always going to place it on a woman. Yep, there you go, guys. See that, everybody? It goes to show you. I told you guys. Let me go and kick him out. Goodbye. Sorry. See, guys, I told you. Guys, I told you. I keep telling you guys, look, a lot of these young boys are being diddled by the red pill and manosphere. They have no idea how grown men think. And I want y'all to understand, you see how they always blame the woman, but then they want to complain when the woman doesn't want to talk to them. Y'all see what I'm saying? Isn't that crazy? I want y'all, I just showing y'all guys that. Y'all see what I'm talking about? You see why a lot of guys lose with women? Because they're the first one to say it's the woman's fault. They're the first one to blame women for everything. They want to get mad at women because women don't talk to them. But if you don't value yourself, why would a woman value you? And I want y'all to understand that. That's what y'all got. See what I'm saying? And I want you guys, all you guys watching right now, please don't believe me. Just watch them come in, watch them complain, and then watch us usher them out. But I want you guys to see why they lose, because they have an addiction to placing blame on women for the fact that they are the ones that's fucking everything up. Remember, guys, women don't talk to them. So how can they blame women? Women are minding their own business. So how can you blame a woman? Women are not reaching out to them. Women are not sending a message. So you know what's happening? They're reaching out to women. And because they're reaching out to women because they put them on a pedestal, they get mad at women because women don't want to talk to them. That's how it works, guys. I want y'all to understand that, man. Guys, as I say for all you guys out here, I know that you are limiting yourself. I'm going to talk to you guys. I'm not going to talk to the incels or the red pill guys. I'm going to talk to you young men out there that want to learn. Gentlemen, the limitation that you place on yourself has nothing to do with women. It's just that part of you doesn't believe, and it's not you. Let me explain that to you. Right now, the system that you're operating on is your mind telling you you're not good enough. It is your mind telling you that you're too short, too fat, too broke, too poor, and a woman is not going to be interested in you. In your mind, you think when you see a woman, you automatically assume that that woman likes tall guys. That woman likes guys with money. That woman likes guys that have dragons and G5s, and I can't compete with that. And listen to how you talk to yourself before you even talk to the woman. I want you guys to think about that and be honest with yourselves. Because if you notice how you talk to yourself, you'll also know that, okay? You'll also notice that the problem is not the woman. It's the communication you have with yourself. And as long as you're communicating with yourself that way, you're never going to win with the woman. It doesn't work that way. I just want y'all guys to know that. Nobody's going to teach you this level of game because most of y'all just don't believe in yourselves. And it's so easy to stay home. And now let me explain what staying home does. Please take notes on this. Guys, I'm going to simplify this. And I'm not going to say you're ignorant, but I'm just going to simplify it so you can understand the second biggest issue you have when it comes to approaching a woman. The issue isn't approaching the woman. The issue is in the reality in which you approach the woman. And let me explain what I'm talking about. So most of you young men out here, I want you to think about, hey, Jill, I'll let you decide, Jill, since you're a lady. Jill, colors, shapes, numbers. Which one do you want, Jill? Colors, shapes, numbers. I'm going to let the lady decide. Jill, colors, shapes, and numbers. Let me know. And I got you. I'm going to break the game down to y'all guys. Colors, shapes, and numbers. All right, colors. Okay. All right. So, gentlemen, I'm going to explain this in colors. And when I explain it to you, you'll have more of an understanding why going up to a woman doesn't work. All right? So because Jill is a redhead, I'm going to break everything down in the color of red. All right? Gentlemen, when you're at home, you're in a reality of comfort, the color red. Okay, I'm going to slow this down. Now, please write this down, okay? When you're at home and you're not talking to a woman, whatever you're doing, you're in a place of comfort. That means the color red, okay? So anything you watch on TV is going to be in red, comfort. Any kind of pickup line, gimmick, or anything that you are training yourself, gentlemen, is in the color red. That is the color of comfort. Okay, guys, please listen to me. I'm going to break this down because guys on YouTube aren't telling you this. I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying again, because I'm going to slow it down so y'all can understand this. I don't want this going over your head. Anything that you do from the comfort of your house when it does not involve a woman is going to be in the color red, and that is color of comfort. Now watch this, gentlemen. When you get on your app or you see a woman at the grocery store, you see her walking down the street, you see her at a bar, you see her at a club, okay? You then go into another color of discomfort. And we're going to call that blue. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to slow it down so y'all can understand where you're going wrong. You're trying to learn women from a place of comfort. So once you create a comfortable situation, you go and you see a woman, you become uncomfortable, and there is the problem right there. You can't use what you use in comfort in discomfort situations. Discomfortable, I'm about to say. Oh, does that make sense, guys? Please write that down. Because most of y'all guys don't understand why you mess up. The only way you're going to change this, gentlemen, is not to learn from home. You must face, gentlemen, which is very important. You've got to face your fears. You've got to go and face your fear, because if you don't face it in real time, you will never learn how to get outside of your limitations. Let me explain something to you, okay? Watch this, okay? Yes, you have to make discomfort comfort. Yes, young man. Yes. Yes, young man. Absolutely. So let me explain this to you guys out here. A lot of you guys out here are learning from a place of limitations, but you never go outside of those limitations, the red, okay? Because when you get around a woman, you don't see red, you see a discomfort color, whatever it is. Let's just say blue. And that's why it doesn't work. See, in your mind, you guys assume the world is like steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Somebody on the internet tells you, well, step 1, you're going to say this and she's going to say that. And then you're going to say this and she's going to say that. So in your mind and comfort, you got it in your head that I'm going to say this and she's automatically going to say that. I'm going to say this and she's automatically going to say that in comfort. That's what you train your mind to think. So when you go up to a woman, you're expecting her to regurgitate the thing that the guy on YouTube told you a woman is going to do. And then the moment the woman doesn't say what you assume or expect her to say, it throws you off. And once it throws you off one time, it's going to throw you off all the time, because it only takes one time for you to stop believing in yourself. And that's where a lot of you guys go wrong. Thank you, 80 likes. But gentlemen, this is where the bid comes in at. The bid is not about comfort. The bid is not about discomfort. The bid is just, I'm an opportunity. That's it. This is who I am. This is why I'm here. Call me. That's it. That's it. I don't care what she says. I don't care what she's thinking. All I'm going to do is present myself the only way I know how. When I was 10 years old, I had to do that with 11 and 13-year-old girls. When I was 14, I had to do that with 15 and 16-year-olds. And it on up. Guys, I remember I told y'all the story where I tried to get this older chick and she turned me down, man. Man, it kind of dinged your boy a little bit. But it wasn't until I was in high school and she was in college, I ran into her in 1989. I think that's when when the first Batman came out with Michael Keaton. That's where I met her at in Gaithersburg, Maryland, at McDonald's, and I wasn't a Padawan anymore, and I got that ass then. But I didn't. I ain't gonna lie, my dad. I couldn't get her before. She just thought I was too young, and she wasn't down. But when she met me when I was older, and she was in college and I was in high school, oh, I got that ass. I didn't even take her to go see Batman. I went to go see that shit with my boys and stuff. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thank you, 84 likes. But please write that down, because if you don't understand that information, guys, it is not going to work for you. You have to look and stop thinking in red. Everything you're learning is why. Okay, let me explain something about the mind. Your mind is and always will be your greatest enemy. I'm not your enemy, but your mind is going to make you think I'm the enemy. And your mind is going to tell you to learn how to talk to women from the comfort of your own home. Okay? This person said, when doing the bid, which is best? Shall I give a business card? No. Okay, 4555. That's why you got to get the mouthpiece 101. If you get the mouthpiece 101, I show you a new way that nobody's showing you, how to pass your information on to a woman that will bend her algorithm. I used to use business cards. I used to tell you this back in, I don't know, 2000 and 2001, 2002, to get business cards. I used to tell you that all the time. Um, I didn't do it in 99. I think I started doing it in between 2000 and 2001. I would tell you to get business cards at that time because they didn't have the technology until we came up with the tap tap card. Once that we moved up to the technology of the tap tap card, which means you could take your card and tap their phone, then all of a sudden we use mouthpiece 101. So now we're on a different level of game. It's not about handing her your card anymore, young man. All you gotta do is get that band and touch her phone, and that's it. You don't have to give her your card anymore. The days of card is kind of like obsolete. That worked in the early 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, and the 60s, okay? Business cards were an outdated system, okay? Now, please understand this. When you were in high school or in college, we had to go to the bar to get a piece of paper and borrow a pen to write our number on a napkin. But see, that's the outdated system. What I'm trying to get you guys to do is step up into the present right now, okay? Um, all right, go to bed, big dog. Go to bed. Go to bed, man. We go to bed, okay? What I'm saying to you guys out here is that I try to keep you guys updated with technology. And there's a new level of technology that I'm showing you guys that you guys can use, okay? And if you have, where's Jill moving to? She moved yet? I don't know. Where's Jill moving to? Okay, never mind. I didn't mean to be in your business, Jill. I'm sorry. I just saw that shit pop up. Anyway, what I'm saying to y'all guys out here, that was very important, is that, listen to me. It's very important. Listen to me, please. If you just think about what I'm saying, you will probably understand why you're having the problem. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen. I'm not trying to motivate you or make you feel good. What I'm telling all you young men, all right? All right? I'm saying to you that you're not the problem. See that? Y'all thought I was going to tear you down. Listen to me. You're not the problem. All you young men listening to me, I'm going to say it one more time. You're not the problem. It's the system that you're operating on is the problem. The system is that everything you're learning is from comfort. See, what my mentor made me do, man, all right, guys, let me explain something to you. Because y'all don't understand what it was like. And guys, I'm not going to give you that poor me. I used to go up the hill both ways in the wintertime. So, guys, the beautiful thing about back in the day before technology was we had to indoctrinate ourselves as kids to know this one rule. It's very important that a closed mouth doesn't get fed. Let me explain what I'm talking about. I've always told you this, and I'm not joking. So Friday and Saturday night for kids, we always went to a party. Because Saturday morning was going to the mall, but we would go to a party or go to the roller skating rink. That's where the girls are at. And when you're at the roller skating rink, there were no phones. There was nothing. There was you, your pride, your ego, skating from 7 o'clock all the way to 1 o'clock where the girls are at, going up in front of all the group of girls and asking one to go couple skate with you, risking the no. And if it was a party and it was a dance, you had to go over there and ask the girl to dance with you. So we were indoctrinated to know that if you didn't go over there and talk, you wasn't eating. But the pressure was the cure. See, you guys out here assume that pressure is a bad thing. Pressure is your best friend. It is not the enemy. Guys, let me tell you how much I love the pressure. Let's say I'm gonna use Jill because she's been very kind in this room. If I was trying to smash Jill, no offense, Jill, you know what I would do? I wouldn't try to go right up to her in the beginning. I will be last in line. You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, I like the pressure of, guess what? Not knowing that I have a shot and I'm at the back of the line and I got a bunch of guys that are trying to get her in front of me. The stakes are high. Everything is terrible. I love that pressure. Gentlemen, you've got to fall in love with pressure. Don't run from it. Fall in love with it. Because if you fall in love with the pressure, you will not worry about women. You see what I'm saying? That's the power of what it's like when you're a man. It is when you sit there and say to yourself, you know what? Damn, there's a woman. I want to talk to her, but then something in my head tells me I'm not good enough. Something in my head tells me I can't get her. Something in my head tells me that I ain't got a shot. Fall in love with that, okay? All right? Okay? What I'm saying to you guys out here, oh my God, come on, dog. This is why we can't talk like that. Come on, dude. I got to kick you out. I got to kick him out, man. Come on, man. I am not talking to no guys in prison. Man, y'all broken ass people. Anyway, I'm saying to y'all guys out there, thank you, 87 likes. Gentlemen, you run away from pressure and run towards comfort, okay? All right? And what I'm saying to you young guys out here, what is great is that when you start to become a student of the game, he is not going to put you in the kiddie pool. You're going to go into the, what you call it, okay? And what I want you guys to understand, that the pressure has nothing to do with the woman. Okay, please write that down. The pressure is a story that you tell yourself about yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? The story that you tell yourself is why you have the pressure, gentlemen. When you don't believe in yourself, you're going to tell stories about yourself that are not true, which is going to add the pressure for you not to do anything because you feel that pressure is a negative thing. Guys, you have to fall in love with pressure in order to go up to that woman and know that, look, I am not your option. I'm opportunity. But it's not just saying that shit, guys. I'm not telling you just to say some fortune cookie or Hallmark thing. That's not what this is about. You've got to face the fear and face the pressure. Because if you don't face those things, you're never going to grow. Okay? That's what I'm saying to you guys out here. I know a lot of you guys out here, think that woman is special. She's not. I know you think she's the end all be all. She's not. You are. Stop making her your God and start making yourself your emperor, your king, your man, and present yourself with regardless of the pressure. I know, I get it, guys. I get it. My clients tell me all the time, man, I see a girl, I want to talk to her, a woman, you know what I mean? I see a woman, I want to talk to her, and it feels like everybody's looking at me, right? Guys, I'm from Maryland, okay? Anybody on the East Coast who has ever taken the subway, on a subway and things like that, or on a bus, I don't care if it's a subway, I don't care if it was a bus, I don't care if it's waiting in line, okay? I'm telling all you guys out here, I don't care what it is. I'm going to talk to that woman. And I don't care who's looking at me or who's not looking at me. And yes, some guys are going to snicker at you if you fail. Some guys are going to laugh at you if you don't. It's going to happen. That's part of the game. But that's not going to stop me from doing and giving her opportunity to get on this dick. Hold on, let me give you this. Hold on a second. So basically, I need to, no, stop 2340. I didn't say, sir, stop. I didn't say man up. See, that's that homeworky shit. I didn't say man up. I said face your fear. I didn't say man up, okay? I didn't say that. I did not say man up, okay? All right? What I'm saying to you, I know you don't think highly of yourself because you've never worked on yourself. You never appreciated yourself. You never built anything for yourself. That's why. This is not about me telling you to man up. I'm not going to say that bullshit or that cliche stuff. That's not what the game is about. What I'm saying to you is that you got to wake up and stop being a victim. This is not about manning up because you don't know what a man is, so you can't do anything that you don't know about. I'm not going to tell you to man up because you don't know what a man is. Why would I tell you to do that? That's a cliche word. That's the problem. You think someone just says one word and it's going to become to fruition. You don't know what it means to be a man, so I'm not going to tell you to man up. What I'm saying to you, young man, I'm saying something simple. Face the fear. Gentlemen, I've always told guys in the 90s, and it holds true today, I don't care if it's 1999, 2009, 2029, 2039. It holds true. It holds true today, gentlemen. Listen, please listen to me. Okay? Holds true today. Gentlemen, I know you believe that there is such a thing as fear, but I promise you, it's all in your head, man. There is no fear. But me telling you that is trying to explain to you there is no Santa Claus. There's no such thing as the Easter Bunny, but you don't understand it because you believe in fear more than you believe in yourself. And that's why fear feels like it's real, because a lot of young men, you don't have never appreciated yourself, loved yourself, and went into the deep side of the ocean to realize you can swim in the ocean just like you can a river and just like you can a lake. What I'm saying to you guys out here, listen, I'm not going to have that fear conversation with you guys. I'm saying that when there is pressure, you've got to love the thought of, man, guys, I'm trying everything I can to give you a mental gambling addiction. And I mean being addicted to gambling on yourself. When I see a woman, guys, I'm telling you, I don't care what the situation is. If she's by herself, if she's on a bus, if she's on a subway train, if she's at the grocery store, at the mall, club, bar, or around a bunch of her friends, I bet on me. I will always push all the chips to the middle of the center because I believe that I'm him. And I believe I can change your life, change your world, and make that pussy mine. I believe that in my heart, and nobody else can tell me. And I don't care what the result is because a woman doesn't define me. I define me, gentlemen. That's what I'm trying to teach you, young men. All right. Let's see here. Yes, I did. I did do that. Thank you, 92 likes, and I appreciate you guys. We're soaking the game up, gentlemen. We have about 25 more minutes left into the show. I got to get rolling, but I do want to let you know we have a great video today. I'll drop on Kai Sanat. That's gonna be like 40 minutes long, man. I had to really break that shit down. I was really pissy about that shit. So y'all gonna get a video tomorrow, and then Saturday is gonna be our annual August show, man. Back to school, back to a new batch of women. We get a new batch of women in the Serengeti. It's August. It's time to prepare ourselves for the new batch of pussy coming in. And we're going to be doing that on Saturday. September 15th, we'll be releasing the Halloween information, all right? So everything's rolling into play, okay, guys? We got y'all, man, all right? Yes, it will be the birthday month as well, gentlemen, where there's just going to be discounts on everything. But, guys, I'm telling you right now, as long as you do things from comfort, you're always going to have problems with women. The thing is, you've got to do it in discomfort. Guys, you know what my dad did to me? No, not that, motherfuckers. Let me tell you what my dad did to me. So I used to watch a show called Gidget with Sally Fields. Don't judge me. I don't know why I watched Gidget. It was I don't know why I watched that shit. One day, Gidget's dad yelled at Gidget because Gidget tried to learn how to drive a car. And my dad drove a 280Z, a Datsun 280ZX. So I said, Dad, one day I was like, Dad, you teach me how to drive? He said, yeah, he taught me how to drive. So he took me out to D.C., out to what is called RFK Stadium in the parking lot. Man, I almost fucked this transmission up, man. He yelled at me and everything. I was like, fuck that. I don't want to. I don't want to learn how to drive from you. You yelling at me and shit because I was fucking up his transmission. Guys, you gotta understand something. In stick shifts, man, you can really, guys. If y'all ever see Jeepers Creepers, you'll see how bad you can fuck somebody's transmission up. If y'all watch Jeepers Creepers, that woman was fucking that stick shift. It was terrible. So my dad did this. He said, okay. That's where I met that rich girl. I used to smash her ass and shit. But anyway, so the old man got me driving lessons, okay? But what he did was he put pressure on me. Now let me tell you what he did, guys. Let me tell you what the old man did. I didn't have to. He wouldn't let me drive an automatic. He made me drive a stick shift in rush hour traffic at night. That's my God. But I know y'all guys think that's messed up, but it was the best thing he ever did. And if you think about Maryland has hills and shit. And if you don't know how to work that clutch and that brake, the car is going to roll backwards. So that pressure that he put on me, at first I didn't understand. Like, why can't I just drive an automatic? Like, I'm playing pole position at the arcade or some shit like that. But no, he knew that if I believed in myself and learned how to drive a stick shift, I could drive anything. But I couldn't see what he saw. But I started to realize that I had to learn how to believe in myself. Driving this car at night, rush hour traffic, sometimes in the rain, sometimes in the snow, and sometimes in bad weather, but I weathered it through and I learned it. You see what I'm saying? And as I learned it, I realized that what I'm saying to you guys right now, I'm asking something of you that sounds crazy. I'm asking you, young men, to let the pressure hit you. Gentlemen, pressure is your best friend. Fear should be your best friend. Guys, I want you guys to write this down because I used to tell you this back in the day. Please write Afro Samurai. Please write Afro Samurai. It's an old anime show with Sam Jackson. I used to use that as a catalyst to show young men how the mind is always trying to stop you from doing things. So write that down. Afro Samurai. The motherfucker was walking the earth like Kane on Kung Fu. And it was his subconscious telling him he can't do things. He can't win. He better run. You know, Afro would face about 70 guys. Oh, I'll tell you a movie I saw today, Prime. Amazon Prime called Shogun. No, not that Shogun. I'm gonna talk about this tomorrow. There on Saturday. There's a show I watch. It's a movie called Shogun, about a shogun landing on an island, and it's the indigenous island with island people, and he wiped all them motherfuckers out. Man, it's cold-blooded, man. It's cold-blooded. Anyway, so Afro Samurai would walk around and he would fight people and fight groups of people. And his mind, which was Ninja, was always walking beside him, talking to him. Because the mind is always going to talk to you, gentlemen. You can't shut that thing off. Always going to talk to you. And every time Afro saw a group of guys, Ninja would say, "Run, Afro. You can't win, Afro. Run. Let's run. Afro fucked them all up. And then Ninja, after Afro whipped everybody's ass, Afro would come in and say, "I knew you could do it, Afro. I knew you could do it." Y'all got to watch it, I swear. The reason I told my clients and everybody back then to watch it. Guys, can y'all tell me when Afro Samurai came out? Can somebody post when Afro Samurai came out, please? When did Afro Samurai come out? Look that up on Google and post that. When did Afro Samurai debut? Was it on Cartoon Network? Fuck. 2007. Thank you. So you understand. Thank you. This guy says, when the mind is betraying you, does it think that it's keeping? Yes, it is. The mind is always going to betray you because the mind. Okay, guys, let me show you the greatest trick of the mind. What? Y'all ready for this one? Okay. The only way for the mind to fuck you over. Guys, write this down. I'm going to teach y'all something. Nobody's ever taught y'all this. Please write this down. No one's ever taught you what I'm about to teach you. Okay, let me explain how the mind works. The only way the mind, thank you, so it was in 1998. Someone said 2007. Was it in 1998? When did Afro Samurai come out? Because I know it was way before YouTube, guys, way before. Oh shit, I almost dropped the phone. All right, guys, thank you 100 likes. Listen to me. I need you to understand. Okay, guys, we got about 15 more minutes. The first thing your mind has to do, okay, is like a cult, is to earn trust. Okay? I need y'all guys to understand this, okay? I need y'all to understand this. Listen to me. Write that down. The first thing the mind must do is earn your trust. Now I'm going to show you how he does it. He does it. He did it to me, and he's done it to you. And I will show you. When I show you, you're like, oh shit. You were like, oh shit. You remember The Wire where the guy's like, oh shit. Let me show you how the mind earns your trust. How many times have you in high school, junior high, or elementary lose your wallet, lose your keys, misplace a homework assignment, maybe it was a pen, paper, or something you needed real bad, and you said to yourself, where is fill in the blank? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a voice came out of nowhere and said to you where it was, and you found that thing. I'll give you a prime example. Any of you guys drank. A lot of you guys, and I don't knock you. If any of you guys got drunk, you would really understand what I'm saying. A lot of you guys, when you get drunk, sometimes after you wake up the next morning, you want to go get some coffee or something because you got a headache and you got a hangover. You're like, oh shit, I need to go get me some coffee. Where are my keys? Isn't it odd that voice comes in and says, oh, hey, you left the keys in the bathroom where you were throwing up. You remember you walked in there, you took your jeans off, you threw up, and you jumped into bed. And then you go into the bathroom and you grab your jeans, you fill in your pockets, and you find your keys. That is how the mind earns trust. There is nothing that you haven't asked yourself where you started a process, but it wasn't you processing. It was your mind doing the first level of tricking you by trying to be your friend. So for all my religious people, it's like the Antichrist, and all you guys like a snake oil salesman. Your mind has to win your trust first. And the only way it wins your trust is by telling you or helping you find the thing that you feel that you lost. Once you find it, you start. Now watch this. This is another one. How many times have you woke up and you're late for work or you're late for school? Let's talk about work. We've all been late to work. How many times have you been late to work and you're like, oh shit, I'm late to work. Man, I got to hurry up and get to work. And then all of a sudden he talks to you. Oh yeah, I got you. Instead of taking that right and the left, why don't you go that way? Think about what happens. How many times, guys, have you said, I'm hungry, and he talks to you? Well, you had Chinese food yesterday. Why don't you go get a pizza? Why don't we get a hamburger? Well, let's game it out. Well, it's going to take about 10 minutes to the left to go get that hamburger. But if you want a slice of pizza, we can go to the place right there and get it. I'm thirsty. It says, well, what do you want to drink? Do you want to drink some water? Do you want orange juice? Do you want soda? Do you want a shake? Do you want beer? What do you want to drink? What I'm saying to you guys out here, if you think about what I'm saying, you'll realize that you have experienced what I'm saying. And if you experience what I'm saying, gentlemen, then you will understand how the person that you feel is your best friend is actually your worst enemy in disguise. And we'll talk about this more on Saturday to tie that in, but he is going to make you feel like you can trust his words. Because remember, I was the guy to help you to find your keys. I was the guy to help you get to work faster. I was the guy to help you find whatever it was. Maybe it was a bill. Maybe it was a homework assignment. Maybe it was something, I don't know, a card or something that you needed really, really bad. And you were searching, hey, your remote control. How many times have you walked around, placed your remote control on the counter in the kitchen to get something to drink? You go sit down and you say to yourself, damn, where's the remote control at? You're looking around and then he says, oh man, why don't you go check the counter? You're like, it's there. That's how the mind gets you, young men. He trains you to believe that, you know what, I'm your best friend. I got you covered. Nobody's going to love you like me. Hey, you remember? You remember there was that thing that you had that you left in the car and you don't even remember? I was the one to help you find it. And a lot of you guys then start to trust him. Listen to what I'm saying. Oh, you put your remote in the refrigerator today? Hey, Jill, I think the reason why you put your remote in the refrigerator the other day, because you were probably listening to something you shouldn't be listening to and took your mind somewhere else. Maybe it was to the judge's chambers or some shit like that. But anyway, let's keep going, all right? So for all you guys out here, so a lot of you guys out here trust the voice in your head. Now it is that same voice in your head that says, wait a second, I like it here. I like the control that I have. I like where I'm sitting. And you know what? I'm going to talk in your voice to make you think that I'm actually real. And that's what the next trick of the mind does. It starts to make you think that it's like you think you're talking to yourself and you really think it's you that's talking, but it's not you that's talking. That's your mind. You remember what did Scarface and them say? My mind playing tricks on me? Your mind is always going to trick you guys. And we'll talk more about that on Saturday. Because guys, y'all gonna run into a new batch of women, a new batch of aggressive, hungry, sexually hungry women that are looking for dick, drugs, and drinking. And you guys, because you guys are still shy, timid, and afraid, you're going to miss out on another batch of women. But I want to let y'all guys know, just remember that, all right? You said now that's more accurate than you think. Well, hey man, when you're that guy, I don't even guess. That was just a guess. I was reaching on that shit. But I'm just saying to you guys out here, what's very important for you guys is that the first step is knowing why it happens to you. If you don't understand fear, in order to understand your fear, which we'll talk about on Saturday, you have to understand where it came from. I guess we could call it the origin story. The origin story of who you are right now was based on something in your head that you trusted. You trusted the words that he told you. And because you trusted him back then, you trust him now when he tells you you're not good enough, when he tells you she's pretty, when he tells you you can't get her. You trust his words because you feel like he never let you down. But his agenda was to conquer you. He recognized that you have a mighty, mighty, beautiful kingdom and a beautiful empire, and there's no throne. There's no one sitting on the throne. There's a crown sitting right there. You haven't even taken the crown yet. You know what he said? I like it here. And because I like it here, I want to make sure you are always going to be a slave to what I tell you. Because, gentlemen, it's not the woman that brings out the fear. He brings out the fear. He brings out the anxiety. He tells you you're not good enough. A woman doesn't say you're not good enough. It's just when a woman says, I'm not interested in you, he tells you, see, I told you why you shouldn't talk to women. I told you why. Last thing I'm going to show you real quick because we haven't got much time. I'm going to show you another trick that your mind does to you. And we'll talk more about this on Saturday. Guys, you know how it feels when you see a girl that you like or a woman. You know how you get nervous. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Right? You get nervous. You get butterflies. You get anxious. Guys, you know how you feel. And I'm not tearing you down. I'm just trying to educate you on how your mind fucks you over. Fuck over number 2. And we'll talk about this on Saturday. Is I want you to think about what your mind tells you to do. Now remember, when you see a woman, you see he brings out your insecurities, right? But why do you think he pushes you towards the red pill and manosphere? Why do you think he says, wow, this is interesting. Let's go down that rabbit hole. We can learn a lot of things. How many times have you the first moment you went to the red pill, he said, wow, this is interesting. Whether it is pick up the PUA community, the seduction community, be on your purpose, metal, money, clothes, and status, high value man, looks maxing. Isn't it odd Every time something new comes up, he's the first one to tell you it's interesting. We've got to go down that rabbit hole, and y'all don't even understand that. But we're going to talk more about that on Saturday, because we got to get y'all right. Because if you cannot corral fear with this new pussy coming in, they ain't going to fuck with you. They're going to fuck with older men, professors, and older guys that going to fuck the shit out of them while you guys are still stuck in high school wondering, why doesn't she like me? I got you. We're going to talk about this on Saturday, gentlemen. We're going to talk about this. And I appreciate the 101.6 likes. Guys, any more questions? Any more questions, guys? We got y'all covered. But don't forget, guys, I'm going to drop Kai Cenat. Everybody listen, Kai Cenat went on a date a few days ago, and I've got a reaction video to that, and I'll be dropping that today. I'll be dropping that in a few hours, maybe in about 6 hours from now or something like that. I will drop the Kai Cenat reaction video. What time on Saturday? Go ahead and subscribe. It's going to be 7 o'clock East on Saturday. 7 o'clock East on Saturday, okay? So just go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will post that up. And then Sunday we have Real Game No Theory, where we have all the guys that had a game talk to y'all. So, but we want you guys to know the game, okay? All right? He says offending other guys in the in the what? Vicinity when, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, but 2340, yes. Just go ahead and go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification, and you'll be locked in. But guys, we'll be talking about that. So you're gonna have a Kai Cenat video. He went on a date, guys. You can't do that shit, dog. You cannot let women take advantage of you like that, man. That was fucking crazy. I might go on TikTok Friday. I'm going to see Spider-Man Friday. Maybe after I get out of Spider-Man, I might do a live hour show Saturday morning on TikTok. But make sure y'all lock into my TikToks. I go live on there a lot as well. So I probably might do a show on TikTok after Spider-Man, after I get out of the movies, which is Friday day. I'll be at the movies Friday night. So once I get out of the movies, I'll probably do a TikTok on that. But gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this, man. And I thank the 110 likes, man. And I hope you guys understand I'm not the enemy. I am just going to teach you things that nobody gets you to process. There's nothing wrong with you. It's the information. And once you can understand that, you're actually going to win in the game. That's how this works. You must process the information. You must understand that it is not women. It's what you think about yourself when it comes to women is actually the problem. So guys, if y'all need me, get at me. I appreciate you guys out there. Holla at me. Guys, for all you guys out there, we have a brand new poetry track for my erotic aficionados. I dropped a brand new track this week as well. So we got a couple of things down the pipeline. I'm working on the university that's dropping in September. And starting in August, we'll have the discount. So it's going to be a lot of good things going on for us, guys, okay? So gentlemen, please appreciate yourselves, man. Get this game, man. And we will chop it up later, guys. We out. Y'all take care. Peace.